trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record.
We are on Kickboxer, we are on Influencer, we are on Life Gurus.
Our parents aren't rich. We had student loans. We work 9 to 5, and we look forward to the weekends.
So if that sounds somewhat like welcome to Noob Podcast.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome back, everybody. Today we have a new guest. He's our old friend, Smith. He's back in town. He moved for a while to West Coast. And furthermore, please introduce yourself. What do you do? Don't be shy.
Smith. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
Where do you work?
Yeah, I'm Smith. Work at. Do I have to say it?
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
What do you do? Like what?
You don't have to.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't have to say where you work. Just say what is it that you do?
Yeah.
Like an engineer, analytics.
Oh, got it.
this, that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Smith. I am a data analyst, and yeah, I've been working in SF for a while now. It's been 5+ years at the same company, and yeah, I'm back now.
What made you move back?
I think it was mainly because my job became remote. So when pandemic started, the job became completely remote for a lot of us, a lot of my friends, and sort of like I was just working from home a lot of times there. And this year I was like, okay, let me just move back with family, spend some time with family, and then see friends, and yeah, just eat, homemade food.
Is that something you missed?
Definitely.
Did you not cook anything? Your like Indian food?
I did cook with my roommate. We did cook like eggs, chicken. Yeah, we did cook like beans, pasta, and like a lot of other
but
things.
nothing like mother's food,
Exactly,
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
like
yeah.
goju,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
homemade food.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Good. But so you think this is it, or are you planning on stepping out of the greatest state, as some people would say, in the whole United States?
That's a good question. I haven't like completely decided yet, but yeah. I'll let you guys know.
It'll be the same surprise as this one. We didn't know he had moved in
Yeah.
until we met him at an event. It was like, yo, what are you doing here? I was like, yeah, I moved here.
Yeah, it was pretty weird. I was like, what? Actually, I hang out with him in Cali twice, right?
Yeah.
We had a good time.
Yeah.
And I would not expect that you would move back based on the lifestyle you were living and the stories you tell me, like, all the good times you have and had. So I was not expecting you would move back PA anytime soon, the way, we had our last conversation. So when I met you at Meet's wedding, I was excited to see you again in Cali, actually. But you ran into me. And then he said, yeah, I moved back. So that broke my heart.
I mean, yeah. Like, not a lot of people do. I moved back. But yeah, I just wanted to tell everyone, but just didn't have the time.
Right.
I don't know.
Bro, how are you so busy?
I mean, I'm not as busy as like.
Or you are like very private person, or you just busy? I never able to find out because we chill so much, yet I find you very private. Like, I don't know nothing about you. Like, I have no idea if you alive, dead until we like talk over text sometimes or, social media or something. So what's up with the lifestyle? Tell us a little bit more.
I mean, I'm always like a text away, bro. You text me, I show up. But no, just living at home, just hanging out with family, just going to the gym, trying to be consistent there, and yeah, hanging out with friends too. So nothing out of the ordinary, just because it's been I would say last time I was home with parents, right, was right after graduation, right? It was 2016 spring, graduated and lived at home for like 6 months, and then I was packed my bags. I was like, okay,
I gotta go.
I gotta go. Before that, you guys already know I was in state college. You guys visited
Yeah.
a couple
Yeah.
of times, and yeah, so it's different, you know. I actually like appreciate this a lot more after moving with parents from after a long time, right? And yeah, no, it's great.
But what so
Happy.
you said you're going to gym right now. Which gym are you going to?
I mean, you know, like I do want to go to LA Fitness, but it's too far from where I
Mm.
live. So
Oh,
I do
but-
go to Planet Fitness,
Okay.
the one in Telford.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. The L is too far.
Yeah,
Isn't that where you go?
I, I mean, I'm one to go just like him, but it's too far.
where do you go, Sunny?
LA.
LA.
Yeah.
When
I
do
have
you
a
go?
I have a
Morning.
membership at LA.
Huh?
I have a membership
Yeah.
at LA.
I mean, I'm planning to go, but I've been working out just home. I think it's too far for me as well. But he claims that in the morning, if you leave at 4 a.m., just don't sleep at that point, you know. Then you get there on time, right?
Not leave at 4, but try to get there by 5, and traffic isn't too bad.
Are you talking about like AM?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. You know, you're like very disciplined. So.
Wait, AM? That time doesn't exist in my timetable yet.
Yeah, he goes, if you leave at 5, you get there in like
No,
17
you gotta
minutes?
leave by 4:45. It's for a sweet spot. Sweet spot.
Then you get there by what, 15
5
minutes?
5 o'clock.
Yeah, 15 minutes you get there. But if you go like around like business hours or
Yeah.
even afternoon, it's like 30 minutes, bro.
No, like just when I come back 6:30, you're screwed almost.
There is
Wow.
traffic at
Yeah.
5 Point Plaza and stuff. So
Yeah, but it's like we've tried other gym in the area. I have not tried Planet, but the other, and then
I don't.
it's just this is the best of the worst we have.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need a nice gym in this area, like Souderton, Telford. You know,
Exactly, bro. I was
there
like,
is nothing.
yeah, exactly. Like I was looking up gyms around the area before we had what like I forgot. It was near it was on County Line Road.
PSC.
Yeah, PSC.
Mm.
That was like
That was far, bro.
but that was a really
It
good
was
gym. you know?
perfect gym though.
Yeah.
So good in a space, basketball, racquetball, swimming, anything.
Agree.
Yes.
It was my favorite gym for sure.
Yeah.
It had everything. Like I used to look forward to go there. But
Mhm.
when I say far, like if gym is like within 5 minutes of distance,
That's perfect.
that's perfect. Because you then I think you just go even if you're bored. Like Neil,
Mhm.
example. He like he's a walking distance from gym, and that's why I think he got body, bro. If he was just like us, 18 minutes, nah.
I don't think so. I think he travels a lot for the things he likes. So I think he would have still traveled.
Nah.
He is his cousin after all.
True.
He would
Sorry.
know more.
He's not my cousin, he's our friend. But they like to call that way.
Got it.
So tell us a little bit about like your experience in West Coast, bro.
No. For first question,
Oh,
So,
okay.
s- you moved here. You said you're
Yes.
spending time with family.
Yes.
But what else are you like? Why haven't we seen you more after being?
That's why I ask you, how are you so busy? Like
Right.
I don't understand.
Because
Remember-
you used to come to the cage and hang out there. That thing still continues. So
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I came like a few times in the past couple of months, right?
yeah.
But yeah, I should come more often. That's the time I go to the gym, right? Generally,
Ah,
so
okay,
like 9 to 5, like all of you,
Right.
and then after that, go to Planet Fitness for like hour and a half or like what have you, right? And have a family dinner right
Yeah.
after, right? And yeah, it's like next thing you know, it's like already like 9, whatever. And yeah, it's
Gotcha.
my weekdays.
All right.
what do you do on weekend?
Weekend, I mean, bunch of things, right? Like just
He just sleeps. He just sleeps.
I do wake up around 9, 10, whatever. But no, just like house chores, if anything. Just like small projects, or hanging out with like friends, family.
You become
and-
Jose on weekend, huh?
Huh?
You become Jose.
Jose.
weekend.
Yeah, maybe.
I
don't know
gotta
what that
stop by
means.
this week. I know where you live, bro. I'll stop by.
This weekend?
Nah, I'll stop by random weekends.
Yeah. I'm not home this weekend.
So am I. But like that's why I don't. I'm
You're
not gonna tell
Telford,
him.
so he's close to Raj,
No,
probably.
he lives where Jalpes lives,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Jalpes.
That
lives.
community.
Okay. When he said Telford, I thought
No, he
Raj would
goes
work.
there for Planet Fitness.
Gotcha.
Yep, yep.
But I don't think so. You're busy. You're just not socializing with people here. That's what's my take on you.
He's not feeling this.
Yeah, like you don't
East
feel
Coast
like
vibe
you don't like
yet.
to chill with us. I think you just envy shit.
No, I changed it. I changed that. I come often now. Try to
You
make
took
some
it on
time.
hard?
What time? No.
No, you work out, bro. Workout is big.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it helps with physical, mental.
You wanna start LA every day morning 5 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, Rahul actually like told me about it. It's like, yo, come with, like he would pick me up and just he goes in the morning. He was telling me about it.
That bro told me same thing. That bro told Divya same thing. Is he like Uber or something?
What?
Rahul?
What is he asking to pick him up in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, I'll pick you up
Him
bro,
and
if
Divyesh
you want to
comes
come in the
together.
morning.
No, they
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
They haven't been coming in a while.
Oh.
Rahul,
I haven't been coming in a while either. So
No,
but
today
last
I
time I was
text-
there.
I text Rahul. I was like, yo, send me the guest pass. So maybe I'll come tomorrow if I wake up.
Yeah.
That guest pass didn't work for Sagar. I don't know how it works for Rahul. It didn't work for me either.
What, they didn't let you go in?
No.
They didn't let him go in?
Mm-mm. They said this is only 1 week, and then they tried doing it again. It didn't work.
How come Divya is going every weekend?
I have no idea
so
how
is
they're
Dev.
doing it.
And I might go tomorrow because I used it for weeks. I went there like twice. That's it in a week.
Yeah, they couldn't find it online. They kept on saying they couldn't find it online.
But I'm planning to get the insurance, give you that whatever,
Yeah.
active
Yeah.
and fit.
Active and fit.
It'll be free for us, baby.
Yeah, I
Maybe
saw
we
that.
have
For you
most, it's gonna be like $5 now that they have.
Yeah, I saw that was it.
increased our benefits
Oh,
at
oh,
work.
I'll,
is
I'll
that?
hook you up with that. We'll
Yeah,
talk.
I'm sure you have the same thing.
Yeah.
What is that? I'm not sure.
Gym membership through your insurance.
Oh, okay.
So you go to your insurance portal, like your benefit portal, and then you'll have like active and fit, or a bunch of others, but active and fit's probably the best one, cheapest rate. So you could pick multiple gyms around your area, and you could go to any of them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So with us, we can go to
YMCA.
yeah.
And then
Planet.
any planet, everything.
As long as they're chain, they're accepted. They're
But it-
probably on there.
But if you're just planning to go Planet, then it makes sense. You stick with Planet.
Because
But if
then
you-
it's cheaper.
Then it's
Yeah.
cheaper because it's $10 or something, right? 12. But if you're planning to go like LA and YMCA and all those big
Just
money
whatever is
gym-
convenient that day. Like your main gym may be LA, but sometimes you're feeling lazy, you just go to fucking Planet that day.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. So
Yeah.
you get like a pass for every gym?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, but you have to go there and sign up like once. Like you go first time, you sign up, and then it's pretty
Yeah.
nice. $28 a month, bro. So
Yeah.
check it out, everybody.
Yeah.
If you have United,
Yep.
United, right?
You know.
And Aetna,
Yeah.
all those insurance get out. I know my
Blue
dad
Cross.
has it.
So yeah, Blue Cross.
Blue
works.
Cross, yeah, that's what I
Blue
have.
Cross, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Even Aetna has it because I have
Yeah,
it.
you
too.
threw me off when you said United. I was thinking of airlines.
Flights.
I was like, what are you
I
talking
thought it
about?
was United.
He's
bro.
been having nightmare of United, that's why.
Oh yeah, they did dirty to my parents and Raj and everyone else, bro. That story for some other day.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
fighting right now.
They
Let's-
refunded my money, so I'm a little happy about it.
Yeah, they did. Back to you, buddy. So because you lived in West Coast and you lived majority of your life on East Coast. Now, if you have to pick one side, which one would you prefer?
That's a good question. I think I'll pick West Coast.
West Coast.
Yeah. But I don't know about California, man.
Then what's else?
Oh,
Are you
yeah,
gonna go
yeah,
to
yeah.
Seattle?
Seattle's a good area. Yeah,
Yeah.
been there.
What else is considered West Coast? I
Yeah,
thought
that's
West
a
Coast was just Kelly.
I mean,
Washington,
don't know.
No, like the whole
Oregon, Washington,
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Oregon.
nobody. I mean, Oregon. Yeah.
Those two.
Yeah.
I mean, those three states. So.
the question he kind of asked was like East versus West here. I picked West because of the weather mainly.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense. I would too.
yeah.
But then you can't go up north.
Exactly. But Texas, good area, but it's not really West. But
What triggered you about West? Why did you say besides weather it's not worth it?
Oh, it's not worth it.
No, the way you said it, like I
Yeah.
would move there,
Yeah.
but I don't know about California.
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
up with
yeah.
California? Tell me more, bro.
Yeah. California, bro. It's It's a shithole. To say the least. To say the least, right?
But it's
But
beautiful, ain't it?
yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing, right? Like if you drive on Highway 1 from north to south,
South is beautiful.
SF to just LA, San Diego, it's beautiful.
Bunch
But
of national parks. A lot of national parks.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Like Yosemite, right? Like you guys have been there before.
I haven't.
I've been there 3 times. I don't know if they still did not open Glacier Point.
Oh, that's a great spot.
But they just opened it like week ago.
Oh, okay.
After he came back.
So I'm kind of pissed. Now I'm not going for another 5 years, bro. I even know where restrooms are in Yosemite. But go on.
So the city places, the downtowns are not the place to be.
I mean, yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. So I would say like when I moved there back in like 2017, right? I was talking to Harshit a little bit about this. So that's when like it was the peak of SF, where a lot of people were enjoying their time there freely, right? Like they weren't seeing this other nuisance right out there, and essentially what has happened is like I've seen a downfall happening, right? Like I've been there at the peaks, we enjoyed it,
Right.
and now it's just like a zombie town, right? Zombie land basically. And yeah, so there people call it, like homeless people have took over there, right? But it's not necessarily the right term, homeless people,
Right.
Right, it's not just them. It's sort of like a open air drug market there, right? It was there before, but it was only there at certain areas,
Right.
and I'm sure like we have been there once, Tenderloin area where we had Indian food, right? Yeah, we can talk about that later, but Tenderloin area is very well known for just like the homeless industrialization complex, where a lot of these homeless people live outside and they have a housing sort of there. And now downtown, they took over downtown where it's shit. It smells like shit and piss everywhere,
Right,
right? And there's like they're doing drugs everywhere. You can see them like shooting needles. It has become worse after pandemic mainly, and yeah, that's like one of the major things which is why people are moving out from SF, as well as another effect of the pandemic was a lot of people's job became remote, right? Permanent remote. So people started going out from there as well because of that. And yeah, so going back to like the uh, who are these population, right? Like who are these people, right? Quote
homeless
unquote
people?
homeless people, right?
Okay.
So there are basically few groups of people there. One is like drug abusers, right? Second is like mentally ill people, right? And then there's like other sort of illness causes, right? They're going through, and then there are criminals, right? So these are like the group of people encompass the word kind of homeless,
Right.
and the government is it's kind of like too naive to understand this problem, right? And they're
Right.
just looking at a easy solution, right? Which is like, hey, if you call them homeless people, the solution, what is the right solution, right? Just create more homes for them, right?
Yeah.
That's the solution, basically.
Right.
And there are like a lot of activists out there which help with sort of like provision of syringes, which is like providing them syringes, right? And safe site for injections and things like
To
that.
take drugs?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Because they don't want people to use the same ones to and don't spread HIV.
Exactly. Like,
Oh,
yep.
okay, I guess.
The fuck?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they took that idea from Africa.
And government is actually, paying for all this, right? Obviously. And
Mr. Newsom.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
There
Or
has
the
to-
local government.
There
in
has to
SF.
be profit out of this. Otherwise,
yeah,
why would
obviously.
government? be like,
Someone's
"Let's
making
support"?
money.
Yeah, somebody's
Yeah.
big person
Yeah.
making money.
And they're very liberal. Like they're all about.
Oh yeah, they're extremely liberal, bro. Sometimes I wonder, like, I get it, but bro, nah, it's too much. Like નેચરલિસ્ટની બહુ અહીં ત્યાં મગજ મારી છે કાંઈ પાણી કે નહીં આપણે મછલીઓને પીવા દો પણ આપણે તરસ્યા રહીશું.
Yeah, I mean, SF has always kind of give that vibes, right? Like kind of like the hippie vibes, right?
The one we
It's
went
known for
was
that.
scary, bro. We parked so far, and I remember I'm like, I think we might get shot here. Sir.
But it's so there is no like Chicago type crime there. It's more probably like thievery and drug abuse and drug purchasing and things like that. But we don't hear as much of like random shootings.
I don't
or
think it's
gang-
organized crime. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, there is organized crime, right? It has grown, but not at the level of like
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
But it's mainly like theft, robbery, right? So two examples I can give is like one is breaking into cars, right? That's like a common thing multiple times a day. You know, people's car gets broken into a lot of the touristy spots, and then second is like people actually go into like retail stores and literally just like robbing.
Because
right?
there is a law that protect you if you don't steal. If you steal under 900, the cops don't show up or something, right?
Exactly. So like essentially they're not able to detain you since the things you're stealing, right? It's
Is
under
under
$900.
Yeah.
So what are the like shop owners are doing about that?
Yeah, so essentially they have hired a lot of securities in a lot of these stores and things. But again, like the security guys are only there to protect the employees, right?
Oh, they don't. If they steal it, they won't
They can
stop as long as they're not like pointing up gun at them or something.
Exactly.
Ah.
And there's a lot of TikTok videos or like just YouTube videos where you can see like security guards there, and you can see people come inside a CVS or Walgreens with their bicycle, and they literally just have like a trash bag and just they put everything in the trash bag and they're walking out or just driving their bicycle outside.
So they're
CVS.
not even trying to rush out of the store.
No.
Exactly.
You never seen this video, bro?
Ah.
You know, Target and CVS threaten California government if they don't change this, they will move out from California.
I mean, it makes sense. Like that's a big change. I
And I
can't
don't-
even imagine like local shops
But this is
surviving
not
this.
whole California. This is just part of some counties, right? I think it's not everywhere in California, but I think San Francisco is one of them, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
And then some other part near San Francisco, I think.
Exactly, yeah. It's like San Francisco. It's also Oakland, and then the shops, like you were saying, right? What are they doing, right? They're shutting down, basically, right? Like a lot of these clothing stores,
Mom and
retail
shop, yeah.
stores, local businesses, right? And restaurants too, right? Like they're all shutting down. It's terrible.
Right.
It's sad, right?
So is it in LA or anywhere or just San Francisco, Oakland? LA is the same thing.
Yeah. So LA again, like the term homeless population, it's huge, right? Like Skid Row, it's known for that, right? Like
Right.
the homeless population probably grew, like 3x or 4x in the past few years, right? There to even like San Diego area has grown more too, and all the major cities, right? Like in Philly,
Yeah.
New York, right? Everywhere now. So
Right.
it's just the drugs, right?
Yeah.
Mainly, but
Yeah. But if you like think dark about like why would I'm assuming like all these security people, are they part of like a company or they're just local, like you're my friend and you're big, so guard my store or something?
yeah, so that business is actually booming out there, right? The security business.
So I'm assuming someone's
They're properly
lobbying,
trained, right.
lobbying California governors or something about that so they don't change the rule.
Probably do not know much about that.
Right.
You
But-
think legalizing marijuana caused all this?
No. Marijuana is not an issue.
I think they're doing a lot heavier drugs.
Yeah,
than
it's hardcore
marijuana.
drugs, bro.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
I know, I got you, but I was just making clear for the public.
I just wanted to know what are your thoughts on marijuana, bro?
Marijuana? I mean, yeah, it helps with like a lot of mental disorders, mental illnesses, right? As well as like other cancer and like other problems, issues.
Would you do it?
No,
Fair enough.
yeah, not anymore, right?
Why are you old enough?
No, it's just like it doesn't necessarily benefit me in any shape or form. And yeah, it's just not for me, you know.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of like gives me sometimes, you know, like social anxiety, right? But yeah, it doesn't help me at all.
I mean, that's what they say. It's just like the biological medicines you were taking, or someone taking Tylenol versus some other. It's not for everyone. For some people, some medicines work, some don't.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It differs like people to people, right? Like, and you know, I'm not like against it or anything,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. It
I
just
don't
doesn't
care
work
if people
for you.
do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, we better
And
be seeing you at the cage more often.
100%, bro.
Nah, he won't pull up. Zero chance, bro. Maybe one day because now he knows.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow he'll be there. Maybe Wednesday. Maybe Thursday delayed. He forgot about Cage. He forgot about us.
You been going to Cage?
I don't go every day, but like I'll try to. So if I had a busier weekend or something, I'll try to take that Monday or Tuesday to the cage, and I won't come back to the computer after work. Yeah.
Me and Raj go pretty much every day.
Mm-hmm.
Play cricket. Maja, yeah.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, and people play volleyball there too, so
Mm.
it's like busy.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took over that area, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know everyone?
By now, yeah. Because this all started like when pandemic hit, because everybody's like staying home. So this young people who plays volleyball now, they all used to play cricket. And then the middle school,
Yeah.
what is it called?
Penfield.
Penfield.
Yep.
So the school was closed, so the parking lot was open. So they like sometime weekend, bro, from afternoon to like night. Even after it's darkness, the parking lot they play like volleyball, and then badminton.
Yeah.
It would go like for like till sometime 11 midnight.
Wow.
Yeah. People in Hatfield were immune to COVID.
It was so many people, like 30, 40 kids.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
I came
You were
like
here?
once or twice.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah.
did, yeah. That so it's all started then, and then it never stopped. Like we just keep changing spot because now school's open, so parking lot's packed. Then we went to School Road, and then they realized for cricket it was so hard to find like ground. So they moved on to volleyball, but not everybody. Some people still like to play, so now we play in cage. Whatever whoever wants to play, and then they play there. So it's fun.
I mean, it's actually a good solution, you know, to like what we were talking about, right? Tying it back to the SF,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like just, having sort of events like this, right? Like just not staying at home, right?
Right,
Just
right.
going out, hanging out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Playing games or whatever, right? Could help, right? Being
Yeah, I
more
like that.
compassionate.
Yeah,
if
100%. I
anything.
like that. I can't be like staying home all day, like
Yeah.
because that's winter, and that's why I don't like winter.
Because that's winter.
I mean, it's all day home, and like I'm connected to my friend only through like WhatsApp or social media. Like sometimes day goes from Monday to Friday, and we don't see, and then weekend we chill for a bit. I know that's the lifestyle, but I prefer like at least hang out for an hour, chill with somebody,
Every day.
every day.
Yeah.
No problem. Like India ne jata
Gallo જોઈએ.
Gallo. Maybe that's how I grew up. That's why, probably. Because I used to like ride outside my house. Everybody come and we chill till 10, 11 p.m. back in India, when I was in school and stuff. So
That was one of the motivation for starting this podcast as well. Because this is like, in the beginning, we just wanted to have like conversation be recorded, right? There was no such plan. But like as we were doing it, we realized like this is one of very few hours in our whole day that we put our phones down and just like talk about like just anything. Doesn't matter what. So
Yeah, that's a solid idea. You
Yeah.
know? We were actually thinking about that, me and my roommate
Mhm.
back in SF,
right.
to do a podcast, but just like didn't take actions.
Right,
basically.
right. Yeah.
we posted for a long time.
Right.
Like Sandy and I were talking, and then I think he talked to her, said I didn't know. And then one day he created a group saying I'll be the podcast manager. That's why earlier podcast, he was not in the camera. He was behind the camera because he didn't wanted to like come in for a while.
Got it.
He was supposed
Or
to be the producer.
Producer or something. Like he would bring questions to us and we would
He was
talk.
supposed to be the Jamie of Mr.
Yeah.
JRE.
And then second part was editing, right? Like he knew editing a little bit, but he was busy with life and his own business of photo shoot and stuff. Only he was able to edit, like, you know. So in the early stage, it was challenging because he had his own business editing clients and then this. So now slowly everything's like, you know, falling into places, looking for more guests like you to have, you know, different conversations. And
Yeah.
then
Sure.
that's the plan.
That
And
reminds
just
me.
hang out.
Podcast reminds me. I know we talked briefly on Meet's engagement that you do listen to podcasts. What's your
Sure.
what's your top go-to podcast?
Top go-to podcast. It's a hard question. I listen to like a lot of variations, topic,
Mm-hmm.
category podcasts. Top would be maybe Lex Friedman.
Okay.
So you guys
Yeah.
know Lex
Yeah,
Friedman,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Essentially, he's like a Drexel grad, right? Did a bachelor's, master's there, computer science, electrical engineering, and he's a scientist at MIT, computer science field, AI mainly. And yeah, he just brings on like guests, a lot of like interesting people, right? Like CEOs, like recently he brought in, you know, like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, a couple of weeks ago too. And yeah, it's just interesting to kind of listen to him, the types of questions he asks, and yeah, the response, you know, the guest.
Yeah. See
Given. Yeah.
see where the AI world is going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's like one of the major ones.
Mhm.
I do like Andrew Huberman too.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's also like great with
Health.
neuroscience field,
Mm-hmm.
and the usual, right, like the Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have heard All In podcast.
All in? No.
Yeah. All In is basically like a bunch of like billionaires, right? Chamath, Sri Lanka, right? You know Chamath, right?
Yeah.
So Chamath Pala, yeah, it's last name. I'm not able to pronounce
Yeah.
it, but him, and then there's David Sachs, who's a lawyer as well as a VC,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like two Jasons. So they talk about like current events, tech events, and then venture capitalists, and yeah, things of that nature.
Alright.
But yeah, that's like one of the other podcasts I listen to. But
That's where he's busy, guys.
He's
where.
been listening to all the podcasts.
I was hoping he said no podcast, but broke my heart.
So after watching Andrew, have you started doing cold plunges yet?
yeah, bro. So
Yeah?
like not really cold plunges. So let me tell you kind of like the morning routine I have, right? Been going on for like a few years now.
Yeah.
I have been taking cold showers every single day in the morning, and I do it for like 5 to 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It helps me kind of wake up mentally, emotionally, right, physically, and it helps with comes with a lot of other benefits, right? Sure you know that. But I do want to do like actual,
Cold
cold
plunge,
plunges.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. Every winter I usually go out with this group at Delaware River. So I'll let you know next time I go if you're still here.
Yeah.
बहुत ठंडा होगा बहुत.
And then there's also like cryotherapy too, right? Yeah. Like I've done it once. It's essentially like negative 30 whatever temperature. You just like go inside of it and you just stand there and that cold air just comes out. It's kind of like a box where
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, 2 box, whatever it may be. But I think they keep the face and stuff out. Everything below is
okay.
in that cold and
Yeah,
a lot of football. I know Antonio Brown was famous for
It's like
getting that. Yeah.
Tanning booth, but cold air.
Cold.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like very low temperature. Yep.
Have you done that?
Yeah. It's it is.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting, but also kind of like It hurts.
Yeah. It's like needles going through the first needles
Have you
going
done
through
it?
your full body. No, it's just any cold exposure gives
Yeah.
you that needles going
Yeah.
through your body.
Kind of like acupuncture.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do take cold showers, but haven't gotten into cold plunges.
Yeah.
I do it for last maybe minute or 30 seconds.
For showers.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like I don't start with cold because
Right.
there's zero chance that I'll take shower. So I go with the flow, and then when I think I'm ready, I'll just go all cold, and then it's like,
You get that sudden energy where you feel like you can punch through the fucking wall, though.
Not
sometimes.
yet.
Like, "Ah."
I'm just like, I just can't wait for this. I just usually count 30, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
And then if I can push it, then I just stand there for another like maybe 10, 15 seconds. But that's all I do. I just put it very cold, like, and then
Yeah.
stand for like 30, like it's just crazy.
I took something from your book. I started not inside the shower, but I started blasting music when I take shower, and that helps me just stay in cold water, just zone out, listen to something, or just listen to music. That helps me just stay focused. 'Cause I put a speaker on the top and just broadcast it while I'm taking shower.
What is a waterproof speaker?
Yeah,
But who do you listen? Anyone?
any music that I feel like listening, or just podcast or
Mhm.
something.
Yeah. That's what
Or-
I'm excited
yeah.
about eventually. That
Yeah.
our bathroom will be a bit further than my parents. Because I'm the first one to wake up. I don't want to like be blasting podcast or whatever.
Yeah, it makes sense. So, what are your thoughts on AI since you listen to podcasts?
AI?
Is it going to take my job away?
Not yet, bro. But it's certainly gonna like help us, do our jobs better, right? Save our time at the end of the day, right? And yeah, just we have been evolving for AI for the last like few decades now. But
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So let me give you a brief kind of history behind when AI started. AI originally came across during like mid 1950s, and essentially back then, we didn't have the technology, right? We didn't have the data sets, right? The computational power wasn't there, right? So it was very basic. It was rule-based AI back in the day,
Right.
where it's like just if-then statements,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So if this, then this, right? Whatever. And essentially in 1980s, it picked up a little bit more, right? A few years passed by. Neural networks, more research was being done then. And in late like 1990s, where IBM actually created AI called, I think it's called Deep Blue.
Mm-hmm.
And Deep Blue beat one of the chess masters back then, and that was like a big breakthrough in AI community, using neural networks rather than using the rule-based
Right.
uh,
If then.
algorithm, right?
Yeah.
And neural networks.
So what does let me start. What does it mean by neural network? Is it like it's learning on its own now that we've taught a couple of things?
Sure. Yeah. So neural network basically means it's a artificial
Mm-hmm.
neurons, right? Essentially, it's like our human brain, right? It's compared to human brain, and they're trying to mimic human brain, basically. So it is nodes of neurons where information is like passed along each other,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, basically like it is mimicking a human brain.
Right. Right.
What was your question again? I'm sorry.
I think you answered it.
Yeah.
You
No,
basically asked
but I
like-
still have a
No, no.
follow-up question.
Yeah.
So does that mean this? It's like, let's say our brain has a neurons, right? Neurons.
Yeah, exactly.
But for AI, does it mean that every neural strand has if-then statements, and then all of them if-then are combining?
No, so if-then statements are like completely different
Okay.
than neural networks, right? Neural networks are more about if you provide enough data,
Mm-hmm.
it learns itself, right? Like
Okay.
your question.
Okay.
Yeah, I just forgot about that. it learns itself, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So essentially, if you provide, a lot of like visual data, which was a breakthrough in like 2010s, where image or object recognition was like a breakthrough. And you'd show a picture of like a dog, right? For example, to the algorithm, and it'll tell you it's a fucking dog, right? But again, like that took a while, right? So there are types of different types of neural networks. Machine learning is like a big category right under machine learning. There it is deep learning.
Right.
Deep learning is where there are layers of neural networks, right? Just like how our brains work, right? So first step is like just one layer, and then it's multiple layers working together, right? And this is possible because of machines getting cheaper, right? Computers are getting cheaper, chips, right? NVIDIA is making like great chips, right? It's kind of like Moore's law, right? You heard of Moore's law, right? And essentially, the computing power has been getting better and better every 2 years, whatever. And yeah, we're at the stage where we can compute at a very efficient, faster pace since we have a lot of data already from a lot of these companies, right? Like Facebook has their own database, right? Like Google has their own database, Microsoft has their own database, right? But going back to late 1990s, right? That's when the chess happened, breakthrough happened, and then deep learning breakthrough happened during mid 2000s and then 2010s.
Yeah.
And also that's when we talked about the object classification happened, and then there's also language translation happened during that time. And then 2016 was like the major breakthrough, right? So like essentially, I'm gonna quote this from this one book, right? I've read. It's a good book. It's called AI Superpowers by Kai-Fu Lee, and they talk about like kind of like the Sputnik moment of China,
Okay.
right? So the East, China. Have you heard the game Go? Go.
No.
Okay, essentially Go is like Go. The game is kind of like chess, which has 19 by 19 board, and it has like 20 pieces each players have, and essentially has like millions of possibilities of like moving the pieces, whatever, right? And yeah, in 2016, essentially AI was created. AI called AlphaGo beat the best of the best, legendary Go player, basically. And that was like the Sputnik moment of China, where the guy felt, like really defeated. He was like a South Korean dude, right? And like 200 million plus people were watching this. It's like very famous back in East, right? This game.
Okay.
It's not famous like around here.
Right.
And yeah, it was super interesting that AlphaGo was able to beat, and the guy was like felt so defeated, and then he was like, "Yo, I want to go again," right? And the computer beats him again, right? The AI beats him again. So he goes a third time, beats again. He's like, "Yeah, I'm retired."
So with the why did you bring up China? The AlphaGo is created in China. Is China code or something? Okay.
No, it was actually created in UK.
Okay.
But the AI kind of beat the game Go, right? Which was like 10 times harder strategic game. It's an abstract strategic game, and it's super hard to kind of beat like that. And yeah, that was like the major breakthrough, right? Why it was called Sputnik moment, right? That's like the chapter name, basically.
Okay. No, but why for China is what I'm asking. Like, why? What did China do in all this that
Exactly.
it's Sputnik moment for China?
So the author Kai-Fu Lee is Chinese,
Okay.
and he has graduated from Carnegie Mellon in 1980s, right? He has done PhD in computer science, artificial intelligence, right? He has won a lot of prestigious awards, and essentially he worked for MAG, right? Microsoft, Apple, Google, and he was like the Google China president
Okay.
as well. So now he's a VC, but essentially, why he called it Sputnik moment was China actually realized that they have lost all the industrialization revolutions, right? West has won cup two, right, or one, and China has won none, right? And they're like, yeah, like we gotta win one at least, right? And AI is a revolution by itself, right? And they want to be ahead. So what they have done since that breakthrough happened was they have invested billions of dollars right away, and we took a bit longer in investments in
In
West.
AI.
Exactly, exactly. So like, yeah, China is like CCP, right? It's a Chinese Communist Party, right? And essentially, it's a surveillance state, right? So and it's also centralized, right? A lot of these data. So it's easier for them to create a
Makes
better
sense.
AI,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So like Facebook, Google, Microsoft are not going to share their database, right? And not be able to help us at the end of the day,
Right.
right?
Good point.
So China could be ahead, right? We don't know yet, but again, like they have invested a lot of money in there already, and they're using a lot of AIs, different types of AIs too, and
But do you think that would just stay in China? Like how would they be able to go global because none of their data is probably from outside of China, right? Or am I wrong?
yeah,
Like
no,
how would they get stuff from Google because they don't have any information? Like they won't be able to get outside data. Where, for example, company in Switzerland, if they come up with AI, they could still use Google data because they can partnership with them. So do you think there's still limitations between outside world and what China can possibly do? They might be ahead in technology, but they won't be the number one player. It will be hard for them. What do you think?
yeah, that's a great question, right? So like, being the Communist Party, right? They want to take over, right? Like, they do not care at the end of the day, right? Like about I guess like Google data, right? They certainly want their data, right? Like everyone wants everyone's data at the end of the day, but it's more about like how they can use the current data sets they have and understand human nature behavior with the data, right? More, and I think like yes, there is going to be kind of like a AI war too, right? In the future, kind of like cyber war within AI war, right? That's like the new world war, right? It could be, or and then speaking of East, right? China, India is also like the second largest economy, right? In the or third largest economy in the world, right? First is U.S., second China, third India, fourth California, right? It is actually California.
Yeah,
It
it
actually
is,
beat
it is.
Germany.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. But no, India is actually on the rise, not just in terms of kind of like industrialization revolution, right? China is already ahead there, but India is ahead there as well. Where's that time for?
For this.
To end?
No, just a heads up. We'll
Okay.
continue.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, no, I mean we can keep it from other day. It is a big topic
Right,
to
right.
talk about. I'd like to talk about like what aspects of like India we are growing, such as like the very recently we did 100 kilometers in 100 hours, right? That was like a biggest breakthrough India has it has happened in India in the past like couple decades actually, right? So
What do you mean 100 kilometers in 100 days?
they were able to make kind of like roads, right? Highways
Oh,
in
okay.
100 kilometers highways in 100 hours, right?
Gotcha.
Like if you compare it with Philly, right? Like I-95 bridge broke recently, right? And it
was
took
so
them what,
funny.
like 2 weeks or whatever, like
Yeah.
to just make that part.
But I
Like
think
we are
it's,
so
it's
behind.
temporary.
Yeah.
That even that part is not permanent fix. It's just temporary, and now they're gonna like make it, I guess, stronger or whatever.
Exactly, bro. Like we are very behind in US. You know what I mean? Like we are ahead in terms of tech, but what about other things, right?
You
Like
can't
what
be
about our
number one-
fundamentals,
well, You
right?
can't be number one in everything.
Yeah, but
But I'm sure eventually US will take over
Take over what?
the technology that he's talking
I
about.
mean-
Eventually, like they will be like, let's get
that's
that here and make it even a little bit better.
that's debatable. I'm pro U.S. currency, right? I'm pro U.S. Economy, right? But in the last like 30 years, couple of decades, we have been on the decline in a lot of the things, right? We were hyper-powered country, in 1991, right? So since then, it has been on the decline. And yeah, there's a lot of like things we could talk about, right? Like culture-wise, military-wise, right? Tech-wise, right? Where we're declining de-dollarization as well. But yeah, we can keep it for like another day.
Another day.
I
Yeah.
was born in 1991. You think that has anything to do with this?
You came as
You
the
tell me,
dark
bro.
side of USA.
Yeah, possibly.
like,
I'm just asking for a friend, you know.
You tell me, bro.
But in your opinion, is there any company that can compete with Mag? Like, isn't Mag still up? Like, everyone wants to work. Like, come here and work for those three companies.
Yes, that is ideal.
Yeah, because I don't see any other company that people are dying to work to. Like, I think people are spending from like 12th grade, they've been planning to work for Apple
Right.
or for
And,
Microsoft.
and yeah, they'll still keep coming here because
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go to China and work.
Yep.
India
Yeah, of
is
course.
not fancy enough, I guess, for why would you, if you're making, you want to live the American life at the end of the day.
Yes, but again, like it just depends on kind of like every reserve currency has a up and down cycle, right? And just looking at India, India is on the incline for not just tech but like a lot of other things, and like in the next like 20, 30 years, I feel like people would want to be in India. People who graduate from IIT, IIM, right? Even currently, a lot of these students want to come here after they're graduated with their bachelor's or whatever it might be, right? But the H-1B visa and like a lot of these other visas, right, are being delayed, over delayed, if anything.
Why is that? Just because of a workforce?
It's multiple things, yeah, yeah. It's just not just the workforce, but it's also like lack of just having the right people in the country, right, or leaders, right, mainly. But yeah, there's a lot of other things with that.
Haryana, Jew.
What?
Haryana.
Like this
Delhi,
si-
the rain thing, bro. It's crazy.
Oh, like the flooding.
Yeah, I think એને પાછું આવતા તો ભાઈ નીકળી જશે બીજા 100
You
વર્ષ.
pivot like no one's business, yo.
India તો હતા. India હતા.
India પર તો હતા. એને કીધું 20-30 years માં લોકોને તઈ રહેવું હશે. અલા પેલા પેલું જ ધોવાઈ ગયું આખું. One whole town can like buy.
Yeah.
Lot of like funding has been created even from the West, right, US, for India now, and a lot of other countries are actually like supporting India with
I
more
think that
venture
can all
capitalists.
happen when dollar price go down. As long as
But-
dollars stay up, nobody's moving back.
I think what hurts India is where big companies like Reliance or Tata, right? All of their CEO and higher level are family member. I think that's what hurts India a lot, where companies here, they don't have this nepotism. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but it's just harder because the smartest brain in India don't want to stay in India if they have a ambition to work for a big company or get higher. Like Sundar probably would not be able to become a giant in India as he did in America for Google. I think that's what's hurting India. I think once that goes away, that rich dad son become a CEO, I think if that stops, I think that would be a lot better for India, in my opinion. I think that's what's killing them.
Sure, I mean that's true. That's 100% true, right? But there's also like the flip side of it. It has changed in the past few years, right? Like 5-6 years, 5-10 years, right? Where Flipkart is one of the companies, right? Big companies in India, just like Amazon, kind of. And then there are multiple other companies, right? They're copied, right? Like DD
Zomato,
or
bro.
Zomato, right?
They
Or-
make tons of money.
yeah, there's so many other. There's also like a show too, right? Just like Shark Tank of India, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So like, talent is moving, or talent was moving. A lot of the Indian talent was moving out of India and coming to US.
Yeah.
But now it's debatable, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
some of the talent stay in there.
the point you make, I think, saying Shark Tank, I think that helped your point, because I think 4 out of 5 guests, the judges or whatever you want, sharks, they worked for big companies. 2 of them worked for Microsoft and then moved back to India, opened up their own business. they study in IIT, work somewhere else. I forget. I think Boston Scientific or something, and then went back to India, open a company. So I think that makes your point where a lot of people are going back, becoming millionaires and billionaires in India. But that's still, I think that's going to take around 20, 25 more years.
Oh, thank college India. Chicken over rice.
Halal food.
Halal chicken over rice, bitches. Come
In
here.
a way, it's a biryani, right?
Just like New York.
Just like white sauce, we have raitu. So, take your business idea, Maro. Nobody steal it.
But India, small business is still killing it. I think that's the king. In India, small business is what's going to get a lot of people rich.
वो बच्चे commute करते हैं.
Aare garo pada.
I didn't. I didn't even
Yes,
touch
you
it.
did, bro.
Your rich was not
Captured.
captured.
Oh,
Company kaise ke, oh.
It's okay.
it's all right.
Coke ने तो गाड़ो सांभळ्यो.
Exactly. What would Patel do without it? I think I make half the Patel's life.
Thank you for warning.
But thank you for warning.
I was born 2 years before you. So 1991.
Aare economic hi hoti US ni. I think we are end of our hour.
Yep.
This was
This was very
great.
great podcast, bro. I
Yeah.
hope everybody watch it, like everybody, including
Everybody.
Biden. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I mean, politics. Yeah, we
he would
we
take a
can keep
nap
it for
one
some
more
other
Yeah,
day.
we'll love to have you back. Now that you moved back, don't move back again to West or Texas. Just stay here so we can have you for.
Well, now, no. Even if he moves,
We can
don't you worry. We'll bring you on FaceTime or something.
Yeah.
We'll figure this shit out.
This was really good.
Yeah,
I
this
really
was-
enjoyed it.
Yeah, same. Likewise, man. I know you were a little nervous, but it was fun afterwards. Be honest with me. Come on.
You
now.
forgot that it was a camera, right?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
No, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
honestly,
See?
it was like just group of friends, just like
Yeah.
Hanging out. Yeah,
chatting,
Yeah.
hanging out, and yeah, no, thanks for having me, guys. Like, I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys.
definitely. We do dark jokes.
We do dark jokes. You got dark jokes?
I told him. Let me see if I have any, bro. I think I forgot today too.
I got Sammy dark joke.
Hold on. Munna? Let us.
I got
be
Hershey
judge.
type jokes.
Nice. I think that's what I got. One of them.
Is that like a segment you guys do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My goal is always to get this, but I always get this.
That's cool.
I may have two of this, so we can start. You going first?
Yeah.
Let's go.
How do you find a blind man on a nude beach?
How?
It's not hard.
Press it.
You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
You get it?
I didn't.
You didn't get it? It's not hard.
Oh,
You got it?
Yeah.
You still didn't get it, did you?
I got it. But I got the meaning of it.
What?
There's erected.
He's not erected.
He's not erected.
Is that because he's blind, so you don't see any nudes? I mean, other.
Now I get it.
Bro's so innocent, huh?
AI can
Still
change it,
virgin?
right?
Yeah, I can change it.
Something's causing a static. I don't know what.
It just started, right?
Yeah.
It's not me because I muted mine.
How do Paul Walker like his donuts?
How?
He doesn't. He's dead.
He did.
Press that button, baby. Okay, let's see it. Let's see it. Let's hear it.
Why did Mexican throw a woman down the bridge?
Why?
Tequila.
What?
He was drunk?
To kill her.
Tequila.
To
To
kill
kill
her.
her.
Oh, tequila. Oh, okay.
उसने delete कर
That was actually good.
It was like,
Bro,
he
like
said
it.
it.
He said it. He said it. Hey, bro, stop coming here.
Told you it's Sammy dog joke.
Yeah.
We doing one more or we good?
I don't think I got any, but
Then we good. We do one at a time, baby.
All right.
All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Please stop by as a guest. We'll have a good time just like Smith did. And as
Get a free
always,
hat.
like, share, subscribe. Thank you for your support. See ya.
And you get a free hat.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't tryna link, no time to waste. For the record.